Yeah, so this kind of just mimics the Kespa Cup bans and picks. Early game ADCs are super high priority. Lucian, Misfortune, Varus, if you can pick the Tom Kench with it. Team fighting around Drake picks. So, like the Kiana, no surprise there. You might see Rumble come out in this pick ban as well. Champions who have good jungle paths, like Rek'Sai, Lee Sin, J4 is one. Um, that I really like to see. Good wombo combo too with the Misfortune. Plus, you take a look at Kiana too. She is a flex pick, even though she's been played a lot in the jungle recently. Pantheon comes out. So Pantheon, I'm surprised I didn't see really. I don't remember how much it was pick banned in the Kespa Cup, but I don't really remember him being played much. Even though he fits the mold of like early game team fighting, good mobility. There's the Rumble, like I was saying. Uh, Brahm's obviously a really good pick into Misfortune. Can block the bullet time, can get the slow on her, and really just make her life really hard, even though she has that movement speed. Doombee's champion pool really hard to pick. He could play a million different things. He's very well known for the Rise. And you also notice all these TPs. We've seen 2, even 3 TPs pretty consistently. Sound, it's good. Thanks. Yeah, there's the Varus. So as I said, they're really focusing these early game ADCs. Aphelios is just busted, so you have to ban him every single game. And now you're kind of down to that point where like you might have to pick something like Gangplank ban for Crisp. You see that, or for Khan. The way they have the support roles laid out kind of confused me there. Zaya. So you're kind of down to like a Kaisa, maybe, who is just not ideal in a lot, like in the situation. Loses really hard. My mic? What? Oh, I see. Like this. Yeah. Is that better? Yeah, I can shrink it too. Oh, Callista. Wow. That. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Caitlyn is the other one. You're kind of forced into it, right? Yeah. The Senna was the one I was forgetting. So yeah, Senna has been very big priority. She has really strong lane presence, really good utility, can win these team fights, has the global alt. So this is something that I expect to be, along with Aphelios, the 2 new ADCs, really high priority. Aphelios isn't going to get through any pro games. There's no way. He's way too busted. Um, so I'd be surprised to see a Quinn. Um, Ornn is really strong on this current patch as well. Doesn't really lose many matchups. Has the extra gold on the items, the upgraded items. So yeah, this really does what? Oh, okay, the flip has got to me. So this really mimics Kespa Cup. So the meta seems to be pretty consistent throughout. Strong team fighting, uh, reliable scaling on both sides, champs who can impact the game really early. You see how many ADCs banned? One, two, three, four. Four AD bans, and then the Misfortune and Senna take. Um, I see these comps. Oh, the Leona pick two is really nice for the dragon control along with the bullet time. They synergize really well. But the Braum was a good pick by IG. I quite like that. So yeah, obviously the Shies, they're superstar. Ning and Rookie really consistent. Really gonna come down to their bot lane, right? If they have really strong synergy, and yeah, I will. Both teams have pretty solid scaling. Fun Plus has, I think, the better scaling with the Rise. It gives him his ultimate gives him a lot of mobility around Dragon and Baron Pit as well. But Rise is, you see, uh, Invictus Gaming's comp is very early focus. Kiana, Rumble, um, even kind of Braum, these strong early game champs. So you already have an early gank. Nice engage by Chris with a good follow-up to force the flash on Puff. Exhaust comes out from Southwind, and already this bot lane's getting picked on from Fun Plus. That's really going to be hard to kind of come back from. Misfortune has so much lane presence early, especially with a Leona. You fall behind on Senna too, and she just feels really bad to play. She'll always have the utility, but without the ability to kind of farm those souls and have some sort of lane presence, she kind of falls off in that mid game really hard till she can inevitably scale. So you really good job. You look at the CS difference already. Misfortune has 16-6, and really good early pressure from Tian to just snowball that already burned summoner from Southwind. Yeah, Senna runs Glacial. It's insanely strong because of her range. Another good rotation from Fun Plus. So Rookie in trouble. He's going to probably just die, not flash. That'd be wise. So FPX picking up right where they left off. The strong, strong team presence. That's how they kill you. Individually, they're good. But you look at their strengths are all team-based, right? They move as like a hive mind. They're very, very good at just using their teamwork and their rotations, and they're just faster than every other team in the world, and they're showing you that right now. So so I like the Ornn pick with Aatrox because there's really not a lot of kill pressure unless you really misplay. Ornn has so much innate sustain and has the ability to purchase from top lane, so he's never really under threat unless he just allows the Aatrox to fully wombo. Aatrox does have the advantage, obviously, in terms of controlling the lane, but there's really not a lot of kill pressure, so see top lane to be a farm. Ning is roaming up. So Tien's there. They spot him on the ward. And it looks like Ning is just going to back up. Shy gets hit by Tien, though, even after the ward. That's kind of sloppy. Yeah, that is a bit shocking. It's kind of disrespectful. You have a champion like J4 who just can cover so much ground, and he didn't even need to flash. So kind of just a misplay by Shy. Didn't expect the follow-up after the ward was killed. Tien right now is the star of the show, getting every lane ahead, while, yeah, he's down in CS, but his team has 1,000 gold lead because of him directly. So good job by Tien. Again, kind of disrespectful from Shy there, though. So I do agree with the caster. He said that, like I said early, IG's comp is made for the early to mid game fights around dragons. You have the really strong wombo of the abilities. So if FPX can actually get a lead early and get some of those early drakes, they've basically won the game. Like, unless there's a misplay, I think that the team fight prowess from Fun Plus is just so much greater as the game goes on, with the Leona engage, the bullet time, the Rise scaling. Ornn, Ornn becomes just this unkillable ball that really, Senna is not a great tank killer, and really no one on IG has that ability to just dominate a tank. So there's not a lot of that consistent AoE, or consistent DPS. It's a lot more burst centric. So you see already, Fun Plus is doing an amazing job controlling the tempo of the game. Get the early Ocean Drake. And that's just going to help so much in the laning phase, even though the dragons individually were nerfed. Ooh, some anime stuff. Even though early game, even though the drakes individually have been nerfed compared to last season, still really nice to get early, especially in Ocean. Just gives you that laning pressure. Khan and Shy are just wet noodle fighting up top. Good ward. I don't know who placed that, but that is nice. The Shy placed it? I'm not sure. Nice knockup by Shy. Shy's going to go for an all-in here to at least force Khan's flash. Not sure if he'll get it. He doesn't, but he doesn't have T. Khan does not have TP, so Shy's going to get some lane control, potentially get a plate here. And that does give IG a lot of pressure for this Rift Herald, even though there is a ward. I think Fun Plus has to concede because Khan had to back, but they might want to fight. I don't know if they want to fight this. IG's comp is made for fights like this, and there is no Ornn. The Rift reset. That's not good. They're stalling so long that reset. Re-engaged by TN. Rookie's getting bursted really hard. Here comes the equalizer to just zone. Doembe's ult comes out. This is a very scattered team fight. Rookie had to waste his equalizer just to stay alive. Ning did get the rift, and they're going to re-engage. Ultimate from Senna comes out. This supreme display of talent on Crisp. A huge bullet time. Absolutely shreds IG. Khan kills Rookie, and now IG are on the back foot. Some sloppy play from IG so far. They're just going to get aced. They didn't get aced, but Aatrox was not there. So we're going to see a replay at some point. A couple of things here. The Rift resetting completely messed up IG's plan there. If they could have kept it, because the Ornn had to back, which is why Shy ulted early to force Ornn back, and they had IG had a number advantage, right? So let's see. So you see here, Tien's a MVP so far. Really good job to force the equalizer and flash from Rookie and completely separate half of the team. The Shy is going for Tien while the rest of the team is fighting over the Rift Herald. Tien gets out completely fine, a little weak, sure. The Sentinel comes out. Again, combos perfectly into bullet time where the Misfortune can just shine really well. And then they just get ran down. Shy wisely backs up because there's nothing he can do in that situation. So at the end of the day, the Rift resetting really screwed over IG. They needed to utilize their number advantage to win that fight. And then also Tien did a good job of getting to the back line where the damage is and forcing the equalizer in a defensive way. Otherwise, the fight probably would have gone into IG's favor. Yeah, FPX looks absolutely on form, although IG looks pretty sloppy. A lot of FPX forces the flash on LWX from the Shy. Good job. IG, a lot of their play has just been a little sloppy, but credit to Fun Plus and specifically Tien for engaging a lot of these plays and making sure that Fun Plus can control these early objectives, which really is their win condition. Here comes Tien again. Shy does have flash. He is forced to flash from Tien and Crisp. But now that trio is getting collapsed on by the rest of IG. The Supreme Display of Talent does hit Crisp. Bullet time is blocked mostly by Braum. Really good unbreakable there. Tien's going to get out. He is slowed. Southwind might be able to hit the Q. He does the clean up, so great response from IG. The Shy stalled long enough with his flash, forced the ult from Crisp and from Tien, and so a lot of those big ultimates were down for IG. For Fun Plus. That really allowed the rest of IG to roam up, and they're going to get a lot back. They might tie the gold up with this because of the Rift Herald. They're down by less than 1,000 gold, so great response from IG. Shy's mid too. Shy has an enormous CS lead right now on Khan, and he, no surprise, is going to be one of their biggest win conditions. So we'll see here. Shy has no idea there's a trio here. TN forces the flash from Shy with crisp alt. But by then, you see Ornn's bot lane and Doom B is top. Ornn teleports, but it's way too late. Great unbreakable from Southwind. Otherwise, the LWX would have shredded IG, but that's why you picked the Braum, right? Completely counters Miss Fortune's abilities, which are all projectile based except for her E. So FunPlus countered with a mountain during that replay. This is kind of where this current season is a lot different from past seasons, where yeah, you can give up dragons in the past season, not ideal, but the pressure just starts to mount so much once that second and third dragon are on the board, because the team that gets the soul basically wins. And this game, it's in the Infernal Soul. So when you, as I said earlier, FunPlus's comp is made to outscale IGs, right? That's not to say IG can't scale with them, but they're going to go later in the game and rely on this Rise and this Misfortune to just kind of pump out constant damage. And because they already have 2 early Drakes, Doom B in trouble now. Going to get the ultimate from Braum, followed by the Equalizer. The re-engage by TN does a lot of damage. Doom B is going to pick up a kill on to Southwind, and Rookie's going to pick up a kill on TN. The follow-up from Ning, Doom B uses his ult to do a little alley-oop over to Crisp. Now the Shy's in the backline, but he's taking a lot of damage from LWX. LWX is going to clean... No, actually, Khan cleans up the Shy. But yeah, so 2 dragons, basically what that does is it puts so much pressure on the bot side of the map. We have to kind of make a decision with your vision, right? It's saying, okay, it's 15 minutes in, they have 2 dragons. If we start worrying about the second Rift Herald or even, eventually Baron, and we put a lot of resources towards the top side of the map to avoid Baron or to get Baron control, you sacrifice that Drake, which you can't do. But the vice versa, you start controlling Dragon, basically you're just in a position where you're playing catch up and the other team can go for a Baron, or they're in a position where they can actually sacrifice that Dragon because they already have a 2 or 3 dragon lead. So far FunPlus is playing this really good. Good answer by IG earlier in the top side of the map, but they're still playing catch up here. IG are still strong in this stage of the game. They still have the champions. The Supreme Display of Talent and the Braum Ultimate are both on cooldown. And now FPX is on the back foot, but they do walk away with the Rift Herald. Though Equalizer comes down. Really strong Equalizer. Supreme Display of Talent's up. LWX flashes. There's the Wamba we were talking about with the Senna Ultimate re-engaged by TN. Doom B is going to kill Ning. He went a little deep without his team. Oh, TN is so weak, but he's going to get out. Shy is pumping out a lot of damage. Re-engaged by Crisp. Can Rookie do any damage in this fight? He's going to flash over. Unbelievable plays from FPX. They're living with so small health. Southwind and the Shire on the back win. You will have the sustain from Puff on that Senna, though, so they should be fine. Okay, so Doom B is freaking enormous. He is huge. He already has the Seraph's Embrace fully stacked. Rod of Ages is stacking. He has boots. He has 207 farm right now. He's averaging over 10 CS a minute with this many kills. He by far has the most gold in this game. And they're gonna put IG is forced to fight. Go for the smite, steal, equalize. He does. Ning does get the dragon really big. Supreme Display of Cat Talent comes out as a little bit of a panic to maybe survive. He had no flash. But that is huge. Not only does that obviously give them the ADAP buff, which is really good for obviously the equalizer and the alts they have and the team they have, but it also does take a lot of pressure off that boss side of the map. The problem, though, is this Doom B's Rise just got another kill on Ning. He's going to hurt really, really, really badly. You can see up here. That's going to help in those mid-game battles. I'm going to be quiet, though. We're going to get a fight. Ning engages. The Equalizer on LWX forces the flash. Supreme Display of Talent misses. Crisp going to have to flash out. Southwind doesn't have his Unbreakable, so the LWX damage does come out. But a lot of health bars. Doing B, that's a kill. Look at that damage. Unbelievable. So IG had a pretty good engage, but LWX just flashed out. And then IG was in a bad position. IG are still in this, don't get me wrong. But they are behind by a substantial amount. And now the Baron just going to start because the jungler for IG is down. Shy also doesn't have ultimate. In fact, no one on the side of IG does except for Braum, and there it comes out. Braum's going to die Southwind. That was strictly a bait, but they're probably going to be able to turn around. Doing B teleports 3 behind. Rookie's forced to flash. Rookie's going to go down. He doesn't have the stopwatch. Wow, Rookie with a ton of damage on TN, and now the Shy's cleaning up. The LWX doesn't have the flash. Shy's doing so much damage. Oh, almost kills Crisp. Whew. Yeah, FPX did split up there, which allowed IG to actually turn that fight into something that was a little bit better than it should have been. The Rumble does insane damage right now. Look at his items. Void Staff, Leandry's Torment. That's so much penetration. And there's no magic resist on the side of FPX, so he's doing true damage. Ooh, unbelievable. Ning just completely misplays. Khan gets the dragon. If IG gets that dragon, things are not too bad. They're still going to have trouble dealing with Ornn and Ryze, but IG's mounting that constant damage from the dragons, and it reduces the pressure even more. Okay, so here's the fight. So Shy gets a lot of damage out, and Southwind goes down instantly. So here we go. This is where they get split, though. You see Crisp and LWX on the top side while Rookie's just shredding through TN. So they go 1-for-1 down there while the Shy is cleaning up top side. LWX stopwatch honestly saves this fight from the Shy just taking over, because if the Shy could kill LWX there, they might have been able to even win that fight overall. But I like that IG is still fighting. They know their comp needs to fight, and they're really strong. Ning missing that smite, or maybe it was down, but he tried to time it with his Supreme Display of Talent on Khan. But Khan manages to get the Drake, which is pretty detrimental for Fun Plus. The next Drake in about 4 minutes is that Soul. Whichever team can get the Soul first in this meta, it seems, just wins. More often than not. I don't have a stat for it, but just from what I've been seeing, those souls are so damn strong that it makes you wonder, like, all right, Riot, what are we doing here? Miss Fortune does have the upgraded IE, so her bullet time, by the way, which can crit, she's at 50% crit. She does invest in double armor, which is pretty much strictly for the Shy, and the Senna will be doing a lot of damage if she can get in position. But that's basically for the Shy. The Supreme Display of Talent is something that she just can't get caught out by. Guardian Angel is just good in general against the burst comp, because, like I said, once the ultimates are down for IG, it's really hard for them to win fights. Shy's going in on Duo B, but I don't know if he wants to pick a fight. TN's there for some backup. Shy has no ult. Flash, rather. That's the 3 a.m.s kicking in. Mispronouncing Flash for ultimate. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Shy is at 3 items, including the Spirit Visage and Merc Treads. So he's probably the only character that in the game who can actually go toe-to-toe with Duo B and not just get burst instantly. So I like the Spirit Visage purchase from him. It also helps with the Leona burst, and so he's going to be really, I think, one of the big win conditions. Shocker. The Shy is a win condition for IG. But at the end of the day, really good build. You also see just like all these KDAs on the side of FPX are so strong. Duo B is really good. TN really has been the playmaker. He has the 4 deaths, but a couple of those, yeah, he could have avoided. But he's the reason that IG has this huge lead. The early game of TN was just amazing. He had so much mobility, got all lanes rolling, really. So you see a lot of vision control for FPX in the red side of IG's jungle. That's strictly, they're setting up for this soul. They know, and this is a good point to what I was talking about earlier. You look, IG has put all their vision in the top side of the map around Baron. That opens up FPX to get the vision around Dragon, and that's kind of that 50-50. Which one do you want to go for? You can't really give up the soul. You also don't want to give up a Baron, so the team with 3 dragons has such a massive pressure advantage. It's almost as if you have an inhib open, right? You can't leave one side of the map if an inhib on the other side of the map's open, or is down rather. So I really like what Fun Plus is doing. They know they can play around their own vision. Crisp is behind, and I don't think they know he's there. This could be detrimental for IG. LWX coming in, doing B with his ultimate. Here comes the Wombo combo. They're not in a position to really Wombo these. The South Wind's stopwatch comes out. Slow on to doing B. The re-engage onto Khan. Khan's going to get melted down. He is able to flash out. Crisp now taking a ton of damage. Bullet time coming out. There is a Brahma Unbreakable. Unbreakable is the only reason that didn't murder everyone. TN now is getting killed. LWX goes down, but there's that GA, but he's just going to die. Wow. I am very surprised that FPX lost that. Oh, Shy, beautiful flash. Now that should open up Dragon. They probably don't go for Baron here because they lost 2 members and their jungle. Teleport coming in from, is that Khan? No, it's Doomby. Doomby and Khan can straight up win this if they play it right. That's the benefit of having such a fed member. And you see the fully stacked Rod of Ages. Here comes the fight. Doing B. That's going to be Soul. The Senna doing a lot of damage, Puff. There it is. So Soul goes over to FPX. Really smart TP. Doing B pumped out an obscene amount of damage. And you wonder there if IG should have just said, screw it. We're going to just die for this Soul or for this Dragon. But they actually backed off, and it allowed Doom B to get in a position where he could just kind of clean up the Dragon. They kind of just gave it to him because they didn't want to die, but then they ended up dying anyway. So I think really good play by Doom B to TP down. Ornn was there, and you also had really low health bars on the side of IG. But FPX is just playing this really well. They're making the right calls. Blue goes over to Tian, just a little cherry on top. But yeah, so the game is, again, you look at the gold, 2,000 gold. Not that big of a deal in a late game situation. But really the dragons. You have health regen, you have a little bit of armor and magic resist. But the soul is the heavy hitter. The damage amplification, especially on this rise. This rise is just going to be an absurd amount of damage. Southwind is basically relegated to blocking the misfortune ult, so he can't even do what Braum wants to do and just get in the middle of a fight and just ult, slow people. Instead, he's kind of forced to just peel and stay back. So these fights are kind of really hard to navigate. And that goes into what I was saying where there's no tank, right, on the side of IG. If there was a tank, you can use the tank. Shy might get caught out here. They don't. Yeah, and the soul also just opens up a quick Baron, right? You just absolutely shred. You see the explosion coming down. Look how fast they're taking it. There's no way IG can contest. They have no vision. They're going to try. Too late. If they don't want to fight this. Supreme display of talent, equalizer coming in, the Braum ult as well. It's a lot of burst damage. The Senna ultimate comes in as well. It's really hard to navigate this fight. Shy goes down really fast. Puff's going to get taken down too. And look, for IG, they need kind of a prayer. They need an engage on both LWX and Doemb, or they need some form of just good. There's an equalizer to just clear the wave, which I don't mind. Puff's in a bad position. You do get the solar flare coming down. I'm not sure about that ult from Puff because the tower goes down anyway. A lot of damage. So let's take a. I wish I can't see the Senna souls. But since they've been on the back foot, she's probably lacking. But you can see that Senna damage. Her her items will hurt. Not Khan. They will not tickle Khan, but on Doom B and LWX, those Senna autos and Qs add up. I.e. Duskblade. Okay, so you do see a full build on the side of this ADC for IG. Puff is really strong right now, but it might just be too little too late. Double inhib down as well. So you see the Lord Dominique's coming down from the Shy. That's pretty much because you have so much armor on players like LWX. Usually not the end of the world. You don't really need to worry about like an Ornn having armor. But when LWX has armor, when Doomb has armor, when TN has armor, it's unbelievably efficient. So you have to get it. There's really no way. So Elder is actually one of the other win conditions for IG. If they can get a steal here and then subsequent team fight, I don't even know if it'll be enough though. So the Ornn ultimate comes out. It is blocked by Braum, so he will not have that for the bullet time. Here comes the bullet time. Supreme Display of Talent stops it though on time. Really strong. GA comes down for LWX now. Oh, the Solar Flare zones everyone out. Shy's on the back line. He is able to kill LWX. Now... Oh, wow. Damn. IG did exactly what I said they needed to do. The Braum blocked the Ornalt, which was kind of sketch because the bullet time could come out and just shred IG. But the positioning from LWX was kind of poor because he's by the wall, which lets the Supreme Display of Talent just absolutely cut his ultimate in like a third or quarter of the time it should have ran. So keep your eye on Misfortune here. Really good job up here from the Braum blocking. The Supreme Display comes out here right as bullet time starts, completely stops that. Shy's in the backline just annihilating FPX. He is 1v4 right now with Southwind, and he manages to allow his team to get the Baron, or rather the Elder. And we got ourselves a great first game. This is going to be an amazing season of League. The Dragon Souls just had a fun new dynamic. And Elder is, even if you're really behind and even if the enemy team has a soul, you cannot team fight an Elder team. And the MVP of that fight has to go to both Ning and Shy. So the equalizer I didn't even mention. The equalizer comes down. And that's where at the beginning of the video, I said, or of the match, I said that the Chinese meta is very early game, very skirmish, very sacrifice kills for map pressure. And they went away from that more Korean style of slow, steady, ward, team fight 5v5. But with the inclusion of the souls and the strength of the Baron, we're going to see a very decisive play here. Doomb and LWX going for the bot lane. What I was saying, though, is you're going to get a lot of those, like, wombo combos. Maybe control mages will come back into the meta. But look, FPX goes down. Equalizer comes down. Rookie just annihilates LWX. Doomb just one-shots him. Shy versus Doomb. A lot of damage from both sides. The shield comes out from Seraph's Embrace for Doomb. Who's going to win? Shy just has too much lifesteal, and he also has the Death's Dance, which really helps kind of slow the damage from Doomb there. Crisp is in trouble now, and suddenly IG, they didn't get Baron, but FPX made the wrong call there. It was a really good equalizer, and Shy went back at a really strong time. He actually TP'd, so they lose the TP, but Baron is on play. You have 30 seconds, although their base is now under siege. No TP on the side of FPX, though, so the Shy is just able to go back and clean up. Ornn ultimate down. Ornn ultimate up, rather. TN's ultimate is up on the J4. The Cataclysm, that's a lot of stalling time. LWX is up in about 2 seconds. Doomb for a while. Still got about 15 seconds. And now the Unbreakable from Braum is down, so he can't block this Ornn ult. Really dumb early shield, honestly. Shy's back, though, in time, so they should get it, barring an LWX. Bullet time! There it is! Oh, Tien with a nice, or Ning, rather, with a nice smite. The bullet time came out, cleaned up Southwind. I thought LWX was going to steal that, but Ning had the patience and the wherewithal to either, I don't think they had vision even, so just really heads up play from him. And you look at the last 5-6 minutes of this game, the tides are kind of turning. Yeah, IG has a gold lead. The Soul's on the side of FPX, but that fight it for Elder really helped IG. The subsequent play from FPX to go for the win, and then they just lose 2 members, not really worth, which opened up the Baron. And the Shy is at that pivotal point where that extremely powerful Aatrox team fight comes in. He also just has his GA finished, so he is kind of that pseudo bruiser tank that will be able to get in those fights. As I mentioned earlier, that that IG had no tank. That is the Shy. He built in a way where he kind of transitioned some just burst for more tank. You have the Black Cleaver, Death's Dance, GA, Spirit Visage, and he has so much innate lifesteal. He is going to be an absolute force to take down. Ning's job in these fights is strictly to get a good ultimate and try to make sure to control objectives. IG has full control in terms of vision, except for around red. Now Tien's a little bit caught out. Shy pops his ultimate. We might get our team fight here. Where's the Supreme Display? They end up getting Tien's Wombo. Huge damage from the Senna ultimate. Shy kills Tien. DoomB manages to take down Ning, but he has the GA. All these GAs are so strong. Really strong engage from the Shy. Bullet time comes out, but it's completely blocked from the Braum Unbreakable. Now they're going to crack the inhibitor. This potentially could be game. Every ultimate is down for both teams. You wonder if Invictus just wants to play for this Elder. I don't think they should. I think the play is force Elder while Tien is dead. Puff. And that is the power of that late game Senna, right? Tien's almost up. DoomB could fight. Crisp gets engaged on. I'm not sure what happened there. Tower goes down. Shy's taking a lot of damage. His GA's pop. This is going to be game. Unless DoomB DoomB goes down. That's going to be game. IG. It completely improbable. Goes against everything I said at the early game. Wow, what a game one. That was a joy to watch. Wow.